aviation analyst Geoffrey Thomas. Thanks again for being with us here this hour. So, as we heard there, one of the busiest airports in the world, some 250,000 passengers flying through there. How much chaos could this cause?
Well, this is about as bad as you can get, Kim. 250,000 passengers, 1,300 flights a day. The problem, these aren't flights, these aren't 737s or A320s in most cases with, 150, 60 passengers. Many of these flights are A380s, 777s, 200, 300, 400 passenger flights. So the disruption is huge, compounded by the fact that a lot of these flights are coming in from a long way away, like San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Seattle, Singapore, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo. Now, the problem there is the flight crews are beyond their hours when they arrive. When they arrive, they're out of hours. So when they're diverted into Shannon or Paris or Frankfurt, then the aircraft's on the ground, the passengers are on the ground, but the flight can't go anywhere for at least 12 to 15 hours because the flight crew have to have a regulation rest. So the disruption for this is colossal. And, a lot of those 1,300 flights that are coming in are from a long way away with very large aircraft.
Yeah, as you make that point, I mean, this is a hub really for the world. You say it. I mean, flights from Asia, Africa, people around the world are there on layovers and to sort of mitigate all of the problems now. I mean, the knock-on effects here, how long could they last?
Well, they could last weeks because the issue here is we're getting into, as you know, in the United States, you're into spring, you're getting in towards summer. That's when the travel boom is on to go to Europe. So most of the flights that are going to Europe right now are full. So the issue then becomes not only have you got disruption of flights in the wrong place, tomorrow's flight, or today's flight, I should say, will be cancelled because Heathrow's closed. So those passengers who suffer a cancellation, they won't be going the next day. They'll be going on the next available flight that has a seat available. That's the way it works. So, they could find themselves being bumped 4 or 5 or 6 days before there's a spare seat for them to travel to their intended destination. So the dislocation is huge. The disruption, the domino effect of this is massive. And what I find extraordinary, Kim, is how come Heathrow hasn't got a plan B or a plan C for a power outage like this?
Yeah, let's talk about that. I mean, the power requirements to run an airport are clearly massive. So what do we know about the power source and that very crucial question that you posed there? Why wouldn't there be a backup power source?
Well, I'm not an electrical engineer. That's the first thing I should say. But I would have thought that a piece of infrastructure that's that important to the economy of the United Kingdom, the largest airport in the United Kingdom, the second largest international airport in the world, should be drawing power from an alternative grid source, not just one grid source. And why hasn't it got its own generators? I mean, every hospital in the Western world has got backup generators. You can't go doing an operation and suddenly the power fails. You've got to have an immediate backup situation. All the media outlets around the world, they've all got backup power options to them. All critical infrastructure, or most critical infrastructure, has backup power options. Sure, Heathrow is a massive place. It's got 5 terminals. It's got a number of hotels. Its power draw would be very significant. That's all the more reason why it shouldn't have a robust plan B.
Yeah, and as you say, neither of us are electrical engineers. Presumably it does have backup generators for crucial operations, but certainly it doesn't seem enough to power an entire airport. Certainly there will be many questions asked about all of this in the days and weeks to come. Appreciate your analysis. Geoffrey Thomas, thank you so much.
Pleasure, Kim.